Hello Unisport fam, 7MLC here back with another video for you, and today I've got 5 exercises to improve your total ball mastery. So if we look at some of the best close control dribblers in the world, players like Messi, Iniesta, Isco, something they all have in common is the ability to keep that football under complete control, even in tight space situations when defenders are pressuring them from all angles. They seem to have the ball super glued to their feet. They can manipulate the ball in any direction they want, and they're not limited to only using their strong foot. They can use both feet, and not only that, all the surface areas of both feet. So it doesn't matter what pressure you put on them, they seem to be able to wriggle out and escape with the ball. So this is why it's really important to work on our ball mastery, because this helps us get confident and comfortable using all of those surface areas of both feet. And if we keep our head up while we're doing it, add that extra challenge in, it's going to serve us better on the pitch so that we're not always looking at the ball, but we can still keep control of the ball and see what else is going on. So we've got 5 exercises for you today. You just need 2 cones, or you can use socks or any objects and place them one step apart. So you don't need much room whatsoever, but we're going to get hundreds of touches with all of those surface areas of both feet. So the first exercise here, we're going to start with the ball on the outside of the cones, and we're going to drag the ball back towards us with the sole of our right foot, hopping back with our opposite leg, and then with our inside of the same foot, we're going to push it across. We place our opposite foot on top of the ball, and we go back in the opposite direction. So we're getting used to using the sole and inside of both feet, and we're going to work back and forth, getting in a rhythm, making sure we're using both feet. And then once we get comfortable, we're going to keep our head up so that we can see what's going on around us while still keeping control of the football. Let's try and go for a minute straight without touching the cones and without losing control of the ball. Moving into the second exercise, we're going to work through a similar pattern to what we did in exercise 1, but now we're going to add the outside of our foot to push the ball across our body. So we're really trying to get confident using all of those different surface areas of both feet. That's just going to serve us better in a match when we're in those tight space situations and we need to manipulate the ball. If we have good precise touches with all the different surface areas of both feet, we can go in any which direction and get out of pressure with the ball still at our feet. So the second exercise here, we're going to use our inside foot now, place it on top of the ball, drag it back towards us. Then we're going to use the outside of that same foot to push it across our body. And then we're going to transfer it to the inside of that same foot, push it forward. And then we're going to put our foot on top of the ball once again, drag it back, push it across to the opposite side. Then we're going to exchange feet, and we're going to go back in the opposite direction. So this is what it should look like. Drag it back, push it across, forwards, change feet, across, forwards, across, forwards. Once again, try and go for a minute straight without touching the cones. Heading into the third exercise, now we're going to make things a little bit more challenging, but if you've mastered exercises 1 and 2, you should get comfortable with the third exercise with a little bit of practice. So we're going to place our foot on top of the ball, and we're doing exactly the same movement that we did in exercise 1, but look at the difference here. So we pull the ball back towards us, push it across with the inside of the same foot, transfer it to the opposite foot and push it forward, sole on top of the ball. This time we're going to roll the ball in front of the opposite cone, retrieve the ball with the sole of the opposite foot, pull it back, push it inside with the inside of that left foot, forwards with the opposite foot, in front of the cone, and pull it back. So we're going to get in this rhythm here. So we're really using the sole to keep close control, making sure those touches are precise, working our way around those cones without touching them. Once again, just like the previous 2, we're going to go for a minute straight without stopping. For the fourth exercise, we're going to work on a very effective tight space dribbling move. It's called the V-cut or the V-turn, and what we do is we place our foot on top of the ball, defender's foot comes in, we pull the ball away from their foot and then push it behind, and then we can escape. So there's two variations we're going to work on in exercise 4. The first one, we're going to place our foot on top of the ball, we're going to drag it back towards us 45 degrees, open up our body, use the inside of the foot to push it in between the cones. Then we're going to perform a similar movement, but this time we're going to exchange feet. So we roll it back towards us, change feet, and then push it out to the opposite side of the cones. So this is what it should look like. Working on a couple variations of V-cuts, keeping good control of the ball, dragging it towards us 45 degrees, and then pushing it out in the opposite direction. Once again, we're going to go for a minute straight without making a mistake, trying not to touch those cones. And the fifth and final move involves the L drag, which is a great move when the defender's pressuring you and you want to pull that ball back away from them. Then you use the inside of the same foot to push it behind the standing leg so you can escape in a different direction. So this is the exercise. We're going to start with the ball outside of the cones once again. Drag the ball behind us, this time letting it roll behind our opposite standing leg, then using the inside of the same foot, push it across 90 degrees. Then we're going to roll it back towards us with the sole of the opposite foot. And then with the opposite foot, we're going to roll it across, push it forwards, then retrieve the ball with the sole of the opposite foot. And then we're just going to go back in the opposite direction. So L drag, roll, roll, forwards, L drag, roll, roll, forwards. We're going to get in a rhythm here, rolling it across, keeping close control, not letting that ball get away from us. And once again, going for a minute straight without stopping. So there we go guys, 5 exercises you can do pretty much anywhere with just a little bit of room and minimal equipment, and you can get hundreds of extra touches every single day, which is going to improve your confidence and control with the ball at your feet. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the Unisport channel by clicking the bubble up here, and check out more awesome videos by clicking the playlist down here. And if you want more tips and tutorials from me, you can also head over to my YouTube channel over here. But that's it from me today. Until next time, I'm 7MLC and I'm out.